Hello, dancers. So we're going to learn to do something called the lying Iliacus suck and the standing Iliacus suck. So it's kind of a weird one, and it's going to be really subtle. So this is an activation, not so much an exercise, although if you are engaging muscles you haven't engaged before, you are going to definitely feel it. So we're going to first sit down, and then put your feet up on a chair, and then lie down. All right, so your iliacus attaches to your hip crest, and then it funnels itself down through the pelvis into your femur, and it's one of the prime movers that helps lift your leg. You can kind of feel that tendon right here. And then you similarly have your psoas, which attaches to the back of your spine and goes to the same spot on the femur. Okay, so you want to be pretty close with your knees over your hips. And then your back needs to be a neutral spine. Okay, you don't want it to curl like that. You want it to be here, in neutral. If you can't do neutral well, you need to establish a good neutral before you do this. All right, what we're going to feel now is the knee dropping down into the hip socket. Okay, there's this downward motion. It's almost a little bit like a dreamy, deep feeling. Okay, it's just a little deep engagement in the hip socket that pulls this down. You're not going to feel it strongly like a grip. It's just going to feel like a sinking motion, like a waterfall pouring over the edge. As you feel that depth, start to gently, with as little muscle engagement as possible, float the knee towards your nose. Okay, and that's the iliacus sucking in. Pull it deeper into the hip, try and touch the back of your body with the femur, sinking, sinking, sinking. And let's return it. Okay, just do the other leg. Sinking deep in, continuing with neutral spine. Sinking deep, and it gently floats towards your nose. Again, this isn't an exercise so much as an activation to try and figure out how to pull your thigh deeper into your hip socket when you do an extension to the front. So I'm going to stand up now, and I will show you what this looks like standing. Okay, so when you do a développé without this, it would look like that. See how it kind of pushes forward? We're opening in this area, and if we sucked the iliacus in, it would be kind of this motion. I'm doing it really big to exaggerate so you can see it. So now we're going to do it standing, and we're going to just gently find neutral spine, send the tailbone slightly down, but not all the way. And we're going to float this up, and we're going to feel that same engagement where it sucks into the hip socket. Okay. And we'll float it down. All right, you just do that on each leg, feeling that neutral spine and that sucking into the hip socket with low engagement in the muscles. There should be this sense of ease in your ballet movements, even while it's also really difficult. That's a little bit of a paradox. But as you study more and more, you will figure out what I mean. You got this.